One. There we go.
Hello, we're back.
Well, for those of us who saw us yesterday, we're kind of continuing yesterday, but we're going to talk about, so we'll talk about some new stuff. If you have any questions, though, about something that we carry that we don't cover, please let us know.
Or if you have any questions.
Any questions at all.
About anything.
We have Jess in the control room, and
hi, Jess.
She'll be giving us a heads up if there are questions we need to answer. So feel free, because it kind of helps.
Yeah.
Because otherwise taking us out of whatever script we might have for what we're going to do here.
We have a script?
No.
I didn't think so.
So
I'm surprised they let us come back after yesterday, actually.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kel, your band and your band. Yeah. Jess's band too now.
So I thought today that we would kind of work through the bases of yarn that we carry from lightest to heaviest.
Lightest weight to heaviest weight, as opposed to like lightest color.
Weights aren't in colors.
What?
Just saying. So a lot of people know, people who know, and people who don't, we'll let you know. We carry a lace weight. We carry what I think is a really great lace weight. It holds up to a lot of frogging, which if you knit lace happens a lot.
Lots of frogging.
And Kel, you can, it's a, give, I want, please, may I have one? Thank you. You're killing me.
It's starting already.
It's a 2-ply. It's just under 1,000 yards per 100 grams. So it's a little bit heavier on the lace weight scale, because you can get down to about 1,300 yards. But it's got, especially for a lace weight, it's got tremendous stitch definition. It holds up forever. We used to have a Boo Knits shawl with 1,000 some odd beads on it.
Yep.
And it got washed when it got dirty, and it got run around to a bunch of different shows and packed and unpacked and pinned and unpinned.
Up to it.
And it looked like it was brand new.
In fact, it was so loved that they stole an entire trailer to take it.
Yeah, the reason I refer to it in the past as tense is it was among the samples that got stolen.
Rip.
And the reason I don't have a sample to show you guys is because we haven't gotten a new one knit yet. But Jess over in the control room knit this gorgeous even star in our lace weight for her wedding. She's going to hold it up now and show you guys.
Yay!
That's in the TARDIS colorway. I don't remember, Jess, how many million beads is on the edge of that thing?
It is 2,800 beads in the border. There's 50 beads in each point.
Yeah.
And congratulations again on your wedding, Muzzle Top, because oh my gosh.
The beads are from our friends over at Bead Biz.
Yeah.
Yay, Bead
Who will be
Biz.
following us at the end of this. So they start at 3:00, and you definitely should log in to see them as well as soon as you're done listening to us be silly.
Yeah, and we're going to show some of their beautiful,
we have
patterns of shawls.
We do a lot of dyeing for their kits, and so we've got a couple of sample shawls to show y'all as well.
One of the things I wanted to, I'm actually a lace knitter, believe it or not. I know, it's crazy, but
crazy.
I am a lace knitter. And one of the things that I wanted to show you, I don't know if you can tell or not, but one of the things that I find really important in a lace weight is a stable ply. Because what I don't want is a plied yarn while I'm doing lace weight twisting around as I'm using it. Or like when you go to knit a stitch and then it does this thing and it starts to try and ply with itself because the ply is unstable. One of the things I love about Alfar that is kind of one of its unsung heroic qualities.
Alfar is the name of the base.
Oh yeah, the lace weight base is called Alfar. That's not the color. Yeah, Alfar is just super stable. So when you knit with it or you do any kind of work with it, the ply just sits nicely and it doesnn't try and choke itself or anything else. And I really enjoy that about it. I think for people who haven't done a lace weight project before, it's a really good beginner lace because it's a little bit thicker. It's got a nice stable ply. And like we said, if you need to frog it, it stands up to multiple froggings just fine. So it's a super yarn.
All right. We good?
Yeah.
All right. So the end. So we have a sock yarn called Patos.
We have a lot of sock yarn.
We have a lot of, well, we have a yarn that specifically we call a sock yarn. It's a little bit lighter. It's a lighter weight fingering, and I can't find it, Cal, where to put it. It's very.
How would I know? I never know where to put things. She says shush 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 like that's going to happen, right?
So Patos is our sock yarn. We call it Patos because it means foot or foot covering in Greek, and we have a lot of Greek names.
Becky used to live in Greece.
I did. I kind of grew up there part of my life. Yeah. Anyway, it's just your standard. I shouldn't say just. It's your standard 2475 nylon merino. It's got a beautiful tight twist, which makes it great for socks. It means it stands up to being worn.
Super durable. It's 463 yards, so that gives you a sense of the weight on it.
Yeah, of why it's a bit lighter. You're getting an extra 63 yards compared to our other fingering weights, or many of our other fingering weights.
Here, I'm putting the lace weight, so you can just look at the lace weight while we're talking about the Patos, and then I'll put the Patos over there for you to look at.
As we go through, you're going to see a lot of different dye styles. Yesterday we talked about the fact that we dip dye a lot of yarns. A lot of the Patos that I pulled up here, you're not doing this job, is what we call glazed. We don't do speckling exactly, but we do a lot of special twists of the skeins and then sit it in a dye bath for a while, or hand glaze it in the dye bath. And it gives you kind of that heathered quality that you get with speckled yarns. Things are a little more haphazard in the coloring, so it's not, you can't do a planned pooling with it like you can with many of our yarns. So there you go. The color I'm holding is Raven's Wing, which is,
you know, Raven's Wing, like 100 ravens.
Yeah.
Right. We should show them something made in this. Do we have anything made in this?
I'm sorry, yeah.
In Patos.
In
Patos. You want to see some stuff, right? Some actual, like,
sorry.
What do we do with this?
So this is,
show us the money.
This is a shawl that was done in this. Kel,
what?
Can you take this, please?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Patos.
I'm looking for a sock. You talk about that. That's a shawl by
you talk about this anyway.
Well, do you know?
No.
Okay, then you better let me.
I can make something up. This is a shawl. It's a very nice shawl. It has some yarn.
Takes a single skein of Patos. It was done by Boo Knits. It's called the Nadine shawl.
It's super, like, just chill, right? It's just like a chill, like, and I actually really like these offset. I forget what they're called. What are these called, Jess? What's the asymmetrical triangle? Asymmetrical. Yeah, I love these because I love the way they drape. And I like wearing this. This is like a good, just like a good friendly little one skein, you know, good for yourself or for a gift. Sock. Becca's sockless.
I am sockless.
We'll show you the sock. We'll show you
later on. I'll find the sock.
We'll post it up.
We've got a few up on the website. We've got a number of sock patterns or sock kits that are done. Some of them were done in Iacos before we had a nylon content yarn. But you can do all of them in the Patos as well. Okay.
Yeah, the part of the nylon thing was my fault because I was really against any yarn that had nylon in it for the same reason that I don't like some super washes, which is the hand gets a little squeaky with that nylon content in there. I know that is not the case with the Patos. It's very soft. What you're feeling is all the wool. It doesn't feel plasticky, which was my issue with nylon. And this was why I was finally able to be okay with it, and plus the fact that I wasn't working for the business anymore, and Becca was like veto, and just did whatever she wanted, which, you know, is how it goes.
I do that. All right. We have a couple of single plies. The first in our, the fingering that we have in a single ply is Taiki, and Taiki is a high twist, which gives it a little more. I had one more. Where'd it go?
I don't know. I know. It's a thing.
Yeah.
High twist.
I can't find.
So you can tell because this is the thing you definitely don't want in your lace yarn is it's got that tiny bit of little bounce. And where you don't want it in your lace yarn, you definitely want it in a single ply because that's one of the things that makes a single ply more durable. And and that is a good quality in a single ply. Originally, when our mill made this yarn, it did not have this much of a ply, much of a twist in it. Sorry, and this made it much more rugged. And I actually like this ply a little bit better. It's just a tiny bit uneven, which gives the yarn a really nice character when you work with it.
Kel will put this up. Kel will put some up close that you can see, but you'll see where you can see the little extra twist in it.
Yeah.
I call it. To me, it reminds me of how sheep's wool is twisty to begin with, so I call it lammy. I don't know why I came up with that, but I love it because it looks and feels lammy to me.
Yeah, it's really nice. The new version of the Taiki is definitely superior.
Yeah,
we're really happy with it, and it kind of was like, for me, it was like, oh, maybe we should go back to doing more stuff in it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. So I don't have a sample of Taiki or in Taiki right now. Again, we're getting all our samples remade. So,
but for any of these yarns that you're interested in looking at what people have done with them, by all means, go on Ravelry, look up Taiki, Tyche, because Greek, and look it up on Ravelry, and you'll be able to see beautiful stuff that people have made out of that yarn. I'm sure there's a ton of projects up there. So
absolutely,
it's one of our older yarns, so there's a lot on Ravelry for it.
Yeah. Let's get into some silk. We didn't get to do any of the silk last time.
And people are asking about silk. That was silk. Polly.
Polly,
I see you,
Polly.
Polly.
We know you.
She's out there. She's out there.
Our primary silk yarn is Lear. And Lear.
Schleer. For those of you who speak Welsh, Schleer.
I love you, and I love all the Welsh out there as well. Yes. Lear is fantastic. It's actually is not a merino yarn. It is a BFL
blue
silk.
Face Leicester.
Yes.
Everyone says it's the same thing, and everyone comes up to me and they're like, or they come up to us at the booth and they look at it and they say, "What is BFL?" And we're like, Blue Face Leicester, and they all do the same thing. Oh, I knew that. Which is a type of sheep. A blue face Leicester. Not a single sheep named Leicester who has a blue face, but many sheep named Leicester who have a blue face. So
okay.
Yeah.
It is 75. Oh no, try that again. It's 45% silk. We love this because the BFL keeps the silk from doing what silk wants to do, which is drape and lengthen.
Yeah. It falls, which is great. It makes for beautiful drapey stuff. Right?
But if you want your finished object to retain its shape at all, it has to have something that has memory.
Just a tiny memory.
Yeah.
A tiny memory, like mine. Who are you?
Yeah.
What are we doing? What's happening? Oh God! Wait, there's yarn everywhere. Ah. Okay.
Are you done?
Not really.
Okay. So we have Lear, and we've had Lear for many years. Probably
since the beginning. It was one of our first.
So yeah. I'd say at least 8-9 years now. Yeah. We've been working with it, and we've changed out yarns over the years. The ones that we've had for that long, it means that they are very well loved. Very well loved. Samples. I want to show samples.
Samples. Sorry. Oh, this is a great sample.
So this is a shawl by Remily Knits.
Rachel
Molnar. And it's from. Thank you. You're so much better at that.
Yes, I am.
It was from a collection she did. No, I don't. It wasn't part of the steampunk collection.
No. This was part of a collection. This was part of our Wizard of Oz.
Well, the steampunk stuff. That was all this
Wizard of Oz. We have other Wizard of Oz stuff. We had flying monkeys.
Yeah.
That wasn't steampunk. We had a separate steampunk collection. Yeah. We'll talk about this later.
Okay.
Well, I'm right. It's okay. We had. Listen, 25 years later. Okay, listen. Once about 5 years ago, she said that I was right. Okay, I just want it noted for the record. But it's not today, folks. It's not today. It's never today.
I love you. Okay.
I love you too.
Glinda is the name of the colorway and the shawl.
It makes it easy to remember.
Oh my God. This went so much better. No,
this is better. I like this better. This is a fantastic shawl. Can I geek out about the fibers a little bit?
Please,
for a second? I'll put this where you can see it. We're on to the layer now.
Put some layer up.
I'm going to put some layer up, but I'm also going to show you
about it.
Beautiful. So let me talk about a little bit about the fibers. Oh, we lost something up there. got
You're
low
on
battery
I'll
thing.
deal with it.
Sorry, technical. I'll start just talking
Yeah,
randomly.
they can't
I'll
see
put a
anything.
close-up cam on for the moment.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. So can you hear me still though, Jess?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Okay, great.
But you should
So-
plug in the phone.
Yeah,
Doing that.
fantastic. So the cool thing about BFL, in addition to bringing a little bit of memory to our drapey and relaxed friend Silk, is that it is also a long staple. So the actual fiber length of BFL is pretty long, and it lays the world while it has the memory of wool. It also has a smoothness and a shine of its own. So that means that the Lear, even the addition of hit X because you're calling.
Sorry about that, everyone. We have now also lost audio. We will get everything fixed and back up, but I know we just lost audio, so I'm going to apologize for that. It looks like Kel's phone died, so hopefully they'll be back in just a moment. Neither of the other devices they are using has audio, but I can answer any questions if anybody has any right now. I'm the one here monitoring chat. So if you have any questions, feel free. I'm the one down responding to comments. So if you have any questions or, just want to look at the pretty yarn that's coming up behind me here, feel free. Let's wait until the audio is back from Kel's device, and then I will put you back over to them as soon as they are.
There we are.
All
Sorry,
right.
everybody.
Looks like we have your audio back, so I will go back to you guys now.
All right. Hello again. Sorry about that. Oh, we're camera's a little crazy here.
Okay.
Well, I'll fix the camera. You talk for a while.
Okay.
Anyway, staple, geek, yarn. Anyway, long staple, they match well together. The end. Okay. Here we go. So sorry, everybody.
While Kel's doing that. Oh no, I've lost it completely now.
We've lost it completely. That's okay. Nothing new there.
At all.
How's that looking, Jess? We good?
Low, but you're okay.
Okay. How's that good?
That's
All right.
good. That's good.
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry, technical difficulties here in the high-tech studio.
Hey.
Hi, welcome to our show.
So another of our silk yarns
Yes.
is Sekhmet. Sekhmet is our only yarn with no wool product in it.
Yes. So for those,
Except for we have 100% silk.
right, which is mulberry silk. It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
I like that one.
I was going to
Okay,
open
you
this
can have
one.
that. I will put this over here and
Here.
the close
I have
up.
to remember
Mr.
this.
DeMille.
That's right. Oh, I thought you were going to open it.
Oh, I'm going to open it.
And then
Talk about the fiber.
So anyway, it's 50% baby alpaca, 50% silk, 50%
That's 150%.
linen. I'm sorry, 25% silk, 25% linen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That is the last math you're doing today.
Possibly for the year. All right. Don't expect that to happen ever again.
Anyway,
folks.
it is a fingering weight with I think just like Patos, I think it has 163 yards, something like that. Oh, goody.
Yep, it's a thing. Keep going.
So
All the technical difficulties we didn't have yesterday,
We're
we're having today. It's great. It's awesome.
Anyway, we just love it. It was really nice to get a yarn in that didn't include wool because we get a lot of requests for that.
Yep.
I come from a family of people with lanolin allergies. The superwash hat helps with that for a lot of folks,
Yeah.
including me. But it is not always enough. And so it was really nice to have something for people who wanted to have our yarn.
It's really gorgeous too because it's got a really different hand. The linen, it's really got a nice linen feel to it. But then you know how linen's kind of crunchy and a little bit rough, and the baby alpaca makes it soft. And it's such a great fiber. If you haven't used it before, definitely recommend. If you're a longtime fan of ours and you're like, wait, I've never used Sekhmet, this is your chance to try it out because it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And the fiber content feels really sophisticated, but like all our yarns, it's friendly to work with. So
and
totally recommend.
Yeah. It just makes gorgeous stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm. Iacos.
Iacos. Who could forget Iacos?
Yes, Iacos.
This is just the fingering, folks. We're going to be here for a while.
Oh God. Iacos is
Raise your hand if you've used Iacos. Everybody.
Everybody.
Right? I think mostly people, that's what people do, right?
I just grabbed these guys. Iacos is the first yarn we started out with. We love it so
It's
much.
the best. I call this like our foundation yarn. This is like
I call it a
cornerstone.
workhorse yarn. It's
Yeah.
just there's nothing it can't do.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. And it's funny too, because people ask, well, should I use it for socks? And like we used to say, sure, because really it holds up pretty well. I don't think it holds up as well as Patos because obviously it doesn't have the nylon content, but honestly, it's such a great, rugged, agreeable, stable ply. Tells you that you look good every time kind of yarn. It does, it does. It's like, that's great on you. Look awesome. Go get it. Honey. So yeah, great yarn. Great yarn. And look, if you go on Ravelry, like there's bazillion, that's a number, folks, bazillion projects.
And we're known for our minis. The bulk of our minis are in the Yaka space. And so the samples that I have here are primarily in.
Yeah, let's talk about some samples.
Some are primarily in minis, but they'll give you an idea of what it knits
gorgeous?
Up like or crochets up like.
Beautiful. I love that one. That is Michelle Stead. What's her business? What's her
Crafty Flutterby.
Crafty Flutterby. That's this one right here.
This one.
And let's put a disclaimer on the crochet shawl because I made that one. It should be just a smidge looser than it is because my gauge is very tight.
But this is called the oh gosh, I'm blanking now. This is Twisted Minstrel.
Twisted Minstrel.
Twisted Minstrel.
Not to be confused with either Twisted Sisters or New Christy Minstrels.
Oh gosh.
Right? Perfect hybrid.
It's absolutely.
And what is this one? Because I love this one.
Oh.
Is that House of?
No.
Who is this?
I'm blanking on it.
Oh my gosh.
I'll put it up.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Or if shout it out in the chat.
Yeah,
because everyone loves to do that.
It's just left me.
Hey, speaking of the chat, Jess, do we have any questions or comments or anything that we should amplify out here? Studio land. What? Is everybody asleep? Wake up.
No, it's just questions I've been able to answer.
Okay.
That's
fantastic.
Our Jess. We love you.
Fantastic.
Okay. So put that away. I'm going on.
No.
Okay, put it on then.
Okay. It matches my outfit.
Next is
it's manly.
Yaksha.
Yak. Yak.
We love Yaksha.
I love yak.
Do you love yak?
I don't love yak.
Yaksha is another one with a little nylon content, so it's good for socks.
Yes, it's fantastic for socks.
And everything else.
It's amazing. Oh, yak.
I do have a question, actually.
Oh, yeah.
The tan in the shawl that Kel just wrapped around their neck. Which color is that?
That is fawn. Faun.
Fawn, as in satyr.
Yes.
As in satyr, running around the woods.
But it's as with many of our yarns, it's a play on words because, of course, it is a fawn color. Fawn.
I know, we're so clever.
We have a color in bisque that's kind of a bisque color that we call biscuit.
Because we're nerds. What's the mini colorway for this?
That is Let the Wookiee Win.
Let the Wookiee Win. One of my favorite colorways. As most of you who are watching know, we have tons of nerdy yarn references. And sometimes people love coming to the booth and just going through the skeins to just see what we've named things.
Yeah.
And especially like the nerdier people are, the more they appreciate it because some of our stuff is super obscure. Like for instance, Fleer is actually from the Sons of Fleer and Don, the elven houses of both Welsh and Irish mythology. Yeah. So I just got this. Shut up, Kel.
No, you're good. I just don't want to lose, run out of time again like last night.
It's gonna happen.
I love you. Hi. No. Come here. Help me.
Okay.
This
so beautiful
shawl.
Oh my God.
Was
gorgeous.
Is made in Lear. It's the
it's made in Lear?
It is. Not Lear. Yaksha. What we're talking about.
I know
now.
Yaksha now.
I'm sorry. You get me off track here.
I'm going to show you some beautiful Yaksha.
Here's the colorway.
Oh, and the colorway. Here we go.
And it's called Mirkwood by Heather Anderson, and it's heavily beaded. Beads by Bead Biz.
Yes, it's
and
backwards, folks. I'm so sorry. Here we go. Now you can see the beads. Look at that with the beads. It's so gorgeous.
Yeah, and
I will put it so you can see it in the close-up.
It's a newer shawl for us, and I just love it. So,
And the colorway that it's done in is
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. Here, I'll even hold it up so you can really
That's backwards right now.
No. Oh, it is. Wait, I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
You had it right the first time.
I did. No.
You did.
No. No. Nope. It's that way.
No.
Yes. Look. Look. That's where the detail is. It's garter stitch.
Oh yeah. I can't.
There we go.
Okay. Onward.
Definitely go look at it on Ravelry too. It's just amazing.
So I think that gets us through fingering weight for right now. I can't see any more than the show, so that'll do it.
We only have 40 more yarns to go, folks. Now
But going into DK, this is a good place because we can say that we have a yak DK. That's a yak silk merino DK.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, wait, just say it one more time.
Yak
silk merino. Okay.
You good? People, when it's not worth showing because it's all about the feel for this yarn.
Yeah, it looks just like, so it looks just like this yak, except it's thicker and maybe it's just a tiny bit shinier because of silk, but not, I wouldn't even say really.
No, a little bit because of the silk, but
yeah. We have a dog barking now. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll get up and get it in a minute.
Anyway, so I don't have any samples of that right now, but you can get it.
Yes. The yarn is called Kodiak.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Get it?
Kodiak.
Get it? Kodiak. It's awesome. It's fairly new for us, and that's why we don't have a lot of stuff in it yet. But everyone is loving it, and it's gorgeous. And the hand, oh my God, the hand, beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm a huge, as you can tell, I'm a huge yak fan. So did I mention I was a yak fan?
You are a yak fan. So other DKs. This is our other single ply. It's also a DK. It's called Danu, and it is super fluffy and super delicious and gorgeous for all kinds of accessories. And for a single ply, it holds up amazingly well.
Amazingly well.
It does not felt. It
No,
doesn't fluff too much. But just enough.
Yep.
I'd say sometimes you can use it in a worsted pattern, even though it's a DK, because the single ply fills in the spaces. So
it folds, yeah.
Yeah, it won't. Oh, that's right.
Folds, yes. Technical word.
It won't necessarily knit as tight as something would in worsted, but it folds and
folds,
fills in that space.
And some people ask about, because it's single ply and it's kind of fluffy, does it pill? And we have found that as a single ply, it doesn't pill, depending on where it is. Obviously, if you're going to knit it in the underarm of a sweater, yeah, it's going to pill. But mostly what it does is halo instead. So you'll get kind of increasing fuzziness, but we don't tend to see a lot of pilling, even in our oldest samples.
Yeah,
so,
and you don't lose the stitch definition.
You don't. Yeah, you don't.
So that is done in Danu. It's also beaded.
Yeah.
It is the Tsuga, Tsuga shawl by Raven Knits.
Yep.
And
it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. And there.
Beautiful.
Other DK weights that we have, Vanier. Vanier is another 100% merino. It's sort of new to us. We are I forgot to go through sports. Sports should have been next. But
we have so much yarn.
Yeah. It's just a good basic DK, and it takes the dye gorgeously. One of the things I love about Vanier is the way that it takes the dye.
People talk about our colors as being saturated, which I think is definitely true. Our process leads to saturation. So and that's kind of both in the sense of like visual color saturation. As you can tell, these are highly saturated colors. And we do a lot of stuff that makes it that way. It's absolutely intentional. But it's also saturated in that the dyes are drawn deeply into the fiber. So if you cut through the fiber, like in a good dye job, you should be able to cut through the fiber and the dye should be all the way through the yarn, except in cases where like it's a pastel yarn and it's desirable to just have a glaze because that's how the color's affected. But yeah, our yarns and Vanier is just thirsty. So it just takes the color beautifully and then shows the color beautifully. Yeah. So we love it. I'll put it over here on the close-up so you can have a little bit of a look at it. So nice.
Meanwhile, I will pull up.
Ah, gorgeous.
Yeah. You got a snag.
There we go. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'll hold
So,
it. I'll hold it.
Josh.
Josh.
This is by Josh. It's called Thrive. And it takes 3 skeins of the denier. And it is the warmest, scrummiest.
Oh, it's so squishy.
Yeah.
We were showing off the Nile shawl yesterday, and this has a really similar feel. It's deliciously heavy and smushy, and oh my god, so nice.
It is a true wonderful winter shawl. I love that one a lot.
Yes, and that's Josh Rickman, who does
Josh Reese Rybinski.
Oh, Reese Rybinski. Sorry, Reese Rybinski. And he's a great designer. We have a lot of stuff from him.
Yeah. He actually made a shawl named
Cal. The best. I love it. It made me so happy. That's how I know I've arrived.
So happy. So the yarn that I missed that I should have done before DK, because it's our sport weight, is Acer.
Oh, Acer. Who can forget Acer? Another flagship
apparently.
yarn, foundation yarn, whatever.
Yeah. So there's a few Acers.
This is
to
Acer.
But Acer also comes in mini sets. So the shawl that you can see over here behind Kel was done in one of these.
Yep. This one right here, the Kukulkan. Yep. Some folks yesterday were asking about it. It's a fantastic shawl. That's another Rachel Molinar shawl, Kukulkan, and gorgeous. But yeah, Acer minis and Acer salad. I will put this over here so you can take a look. Most of you are already familiar with Acer because I think pretty much everyone in the world has used it by now.
We hope.
Yeah.
This is a shawl that was done in one of the minis. Also by Heather Anderson. This is the Magic Dragon. And
so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Acer minis are so fun to work with because it's thick yarn, thicker yarn, and the stuff works up like so fast. And
really,
sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's all right. And the mini sets are 2 skeins worth of yarn. So there you go.
Yep.
All right. That gets us through DK.
It's happening again with the pile on.
Well, you can
pile. No, it's mine.
Oh, it's all yours. I feel like a dragon horde. What comes after DK? Worsted. In Worsted, we have Epona, which like DK, like Acer, it's the big brother of Acer. So Acer's the DK, Epona's the worsted, and they're both an 8-ply cabled yarn, so they're really strong.
It's like steel.
And their stitch definition is
so
good. No
so
haloing,
good. Nope.
Yeah, it is just.
It will last forever.
Yeah.
You want to make yourself a sweater? We always recommend Acer and Epona as your go-to for sweaters.
Yeah.
They have great stitch definition. They're going to hold together. They're going to last forever.
Yeah.
And we can dye. I think many of you know, but just to say it, we dye custom quantities for your sweaters. So if you need a sweater quantity of any of our yarn actually, but we don't like to sell sweater quantities unless they are all dyed together. We do your sweater stuff as one lot because we don't want you to ever have stripes in your sweater if we can avoid it, unless you want stripes in your sweater and planned it that way. So anytime you're looking for a sweater quantity of something, we do reduce the price for more and more skeins. So just let us know and we will dye it for you to order so that you're sure that you get a good set for your sweater or whatever else you're making that takes a lot of yarn, like, you know, like a horse blanket or a dragon hat. Okay. Dragons have big heads.
Okay. You good?
Yes.
Yeah. So Epona.
Next.
Our newest worsted is Ntoa.
Ntoa.
That one.
So awesome. This yarn is fabulous.
Oh.
I mean, you know, let's face it. I say that about all our yarn. It's like your kids, right? It's like all my children are brilliant.
Yes.
My children are brilliant, but also the yarn is brilliant.
So Ntoa it's a little looser ply, of course, because it's a 4-ply? I think it's 4-ply. Yeah.
Yeah, 4-ply.
Good old 4-ply. And I say because it's just got the 4 plies compared to Epona. It's a little ropey. It's
Yeah,
not
but in a good way.
Yeah, it's just got some real texture
Here,
to
I'll put
the
it.
ply.
I'll put it on the close up so you can have a good look at it.
And it's I don't know. It's a very friendly yarn.
It's so friendly. It's just so show them what you made out of Ntoa.
Oh, out of Ntoa.
No, wait, isn't your?
No, that's
the bulky.
That's Juno. We'll get there.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, so great. I love this one.
This is another Raven knit. This is
a shawl.
It's a shawl
made out of yarn.
Oh my gosh, if you keep talking, I'll never remember. I'm not going to remember anyway.
All right. It's a shawl. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's. I'll put it in the, show notes because I can't remember.
The top color is Oceanus, and the bottom color
is Emo Cthulhu.
Emo Cthulhu, folks. Emo Cthulhu. These colors.
Named by our
teenager. Our wonderful teenager who is fabulous.
She's fabulous.
She is fabulous. We have good kids.
I don't think I brought any of the. So we have a colorway that's. I mean, not a colorway. A base that is not on the website right now. Because we didn't get it up for this weekend, but stop.
I didn't say anything. I was going to say speak for yourself, but whatever.
But
family friendly.
Not ever. But we've added a bulky to our line.
Finally. It took us forever to choose one. We've been looking for good bulky for literally years.
And well, I'll tell you, we found it about 3 years ago when I started making this blanket. For my son who kept throwing while I was making it.
Our son is really tall, folks. And it's like miles of blanket. Like, you don't understand. Speaking of dragon hats.
And after 3 years of carrying this around, shoved into many different project bags, pulled out from many different knit nights, and how well it held up, I finally decided that really we had to make this available to everyone else too.
Yeah.
We kept saying, oh, no, we're looking for the perfect bulkier. We decided we wanted an alpaca bulkier. And I just decided, we can add another bulky later, but this thing has been amazing. This yarn has been amazing to work with.
Yeah.
And so we added it. It's called Juno. If you decide to this weekend's your weekend to buy some bulky,
right.
You can order any base that you want.
In any color.
That's $26 because the skeins are $26 for this. And
but don't forget you have a show discount.
And don't forget you show discount.
So it's actually less. So you should buy more.
And just at the checkout, just say you want it in Juno, Juno.
Juno.
And
she's a goddess.
She is a goddess.
As are many of our yarns.
As are many of our customers.
As are virtually all of our customers. Of any gender.
So that gets us through the
yarns
bases.
Yeah,
many of them. We have a lot of other specialty bases.
Yeah.
I just didn't bring everything up. We have a new sparkle. We do the patos as gradient cakes.
Hey.
Oh, you
look what I've got.
Some of those.
Gradient cakes, folks. Yep, and these are patos. Patos is another yarn that really the color. Oh my God, the color.
Yeah.
Rare. Looking around. Okay, sorry. It's been a while. These are beautiful colors. I love these cakes. Becca's been doing these and she just does amazing work on these. They're beautiful.
Thank you.
So
I have to shift my hip.
You have to shift. Okay. So Jess, any questions? Any stuff going on?
No, but we just lost video on your phone again, Kel. So
okay,
Your
then
turn.
I will fix it.
Okay.
Hold on.
No,
hold the phone, so to speak.
All the questions have been things that are a quick answer for me. What's this color? What's that color? I got you there. So.
All right. Somebody asked an interesting question. What do you want to know?
I can't show you anything for the moment. Oh, here, I'll put something up.
I'm going to answer this one out loud because everyone would want to hear this one. Gabby Smith asked, what exactly is the discount? Just $5 off. So our discount is $5 off with the code MDSW2020. And you also get free shipping on orders over $100.
Yes.
Free shipping. Come on, that's awesome. I love free shipping.
So I just put up on the.
Oh yeah, Hogwarts.
Woo! I just put in the close-up cam the Hogwarts mini sets. Most of our mini sets are 7 skeins. The reason for that is our very first mini set, almost
ever.
8 years ago, I think we started doing mini sets, was rainbow.
Yep.
And Kel did it for Pride.
Yep.
And
where is it? Where's
right
the
here? I'm pulling
show? Okay, first ever mini
Oh,
set. No, that's not it.
This is it.
Yep, for Pride.
We did
this.
a rainbow mini set.
Red, orange, yellow. Come on, it has to be right. Green, blue,
no, teal.
Blue, and also blue and purple.
Anyway, because there are 7 colors in the rainbow, we
Pride rainbow, not the real rainbow. Anyway.
Brady Bev.
Yeah.
Anyway,
science geek.
It's that's how
you video
lost
again.
Fix it.
I don't know, folks. Here, hang on. I think it might be this pluggy thing. Back talk.
Okay, sorry. So since there were 7 colors in the original rainbow set, and that's how we determined what we were going to, how we were going to divide up the full skeins into little minis. That means all of our mini sets have 7 colors now. And that's why. It's because we started with the rainbow. Except for Hogwarts, which has 8 because it's 2 colors for each of the houses, Hogwarts houses. And so those are available. We don't always have them, but when we do, we put them up on the website. And somebody did this amazing hat called the ELF hat. It's ELF, but it's E.L.F. And one of our customers did the hat in the Hogwarts colorways, and it's kind of adorable. It has little pom-poms, which I love. Anyway, so that's a thing. And if I could get the big one showing, I can show the hat a little better because it's all cattywampus and adorable.
Are we able to show it now, Jess?
Yeah,
Are we good to go?
are.
All right.
And somebody commented, if a tree falls in a forest, did Kel knock it over?
And the answer to that would be yes. Yes. Probably so.
Probably so. Let's talk about minis a little bit more.
Let's talk about minis. Minis are a good subject.
Yeah.
We love minis.
And I've got a whole box.
We have a box of minis. For those of you who saw yesterday, so many minis and so many more minis today. I think we didn't see some of these colorways. This is an old favorite. Bearded Iris.
We did talk about it.
Did we talk about Bearded Iris?
We talked about all of them, I think. Okay. Our newest colorway that's up and may become permanent because people are really responding well to it.
Yeah.
Is Hippocampy.
Hippocampy. I'll show it on the close up. It is so vibrant and beautiful without being like, scary. Yeah.
It's a friendly kind of
Hippocampy because we don't say hippocampuses because that sounds weird.
Yeah. And a couple of new projects that we didn't show last time that were done in some minis.
Oh yeah, so beautiful.
This is also by Rachel Molnar, who goes by Remily Knits on Ravelry, and it's called the Happy Hour Shawl. It's made with one set of minis and 2 full skeins. But it is a kind of a choose your own pattern. She's given you all of the motifs, and you get to decide what you put where.
Yeah.
And
she doesn't tell you where to put things. I
love you. I'm gonna say that a lot.
I know. Listen, you know what I really like about this shawl, though, and in all seriousness, I like the fact that one of kind of Rachel's themes is that kind of thing where it's sort of like she gives you tools to create on your own with like just enough framework where it's not like you feel like you're designing it yourself.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love the sort of modularity of some of her
patterns. And some of them are, it's just, if you just want a pattern to follow, she's got ones that are just a great pattern to follow.
Absolutely. And I love the colors that they chose for this too. The combination, like you wouldn't think to do this with a combination of the Oceanus and then here I can show you a little tail of it here. The Oceanus, but then this is one of our Hamilton mini sets. This is Angelica Schuyler, and it goes pink to kind of a nice dusky brown. kind of a parchment brown, and it really goes so gorgeously with the Oceanus, and just not a combination I could have predicted would be as beautiful as it is. It's really nice. I love it when people get a little bit more adventurous and come up with some good stuff. So
those of you from Maryland Sheep and Wool who've been on our landing page, on our virtual booth page, you'll have seen the mini Maisie up there in lots of different incarnations.
Oh my God, yes.
So many people have done it in so many wonderful ways. This is the original, but you can kind of get a sense now of the size of it and what it looks like. It
So
has this
gorgeous.
great little mitered corner that gives you
Yes.
this little chevron pattern at the end.
It's beautiful. And because it's garter stitch, it's got a fabulous drape, you know. For those of you who are also sewers, you know, the effect of having something that's skew knit and garters is like the best of bias cut, basically, where the drape just goes beautiful. And even though fabric isn't woven the same way that it's knitted, it's still, the effect is still the same of this beautiful drapey fabric quality. So yeah.
This is, I'm going to bring this one up again because this was sort of the star of our last show.
Yes, everyone loved it.
Everybody wanted to hear about it, and I feel like I didn't give it quite enough airtime talk. This is the Mainspring by Rachel Henry. Rachel is a good friend and kind of our house designer. She designs for us a lot now.
Since the beginning.
Since the beginning, it's got these great little wings that make it curve around, so it holds onto your shoulders really well. So it's got a kind of a squared off shape to it.
I don't know if you can see it here.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Really pretty.
It's super wearable, and that's another thing about Rachel's patterns that I really enjoy is that you know, it drapes correctly on your body, like it was actually, you know, like made for your body. And that's always a great, that's always like a great quality in a pattern, is that sort of the drape is right. And that it's just fabulous.
Yeah. All right.
Indeed.
Any questions?
No.
All right.
Just
One
putting in what the samples are as you've been holding them up this time, because I've been saying what they are, so I've been typing them out for people.
Thank you so
Fabulous.
much.
And we have about 10 minutes to go.
Okay, well, I've got to get to these things up here, but really quickly while I'm grabbing those, why don't you talk about these?
But I get to talk about these?
Yeah.
Oh, yay. My favorite topic. Remember how I said I loved yak? So these are yak minis. And they are beautiful. I put them in the close-up so you can see them. But I have a super soft spot in my heart for these yak minis. I'm using them right now. We're doing a knit along. If you weren't on yesterday and didn't know, we are doing a knit along right now of this gorgeous shawl, which is the Mormont shawl. And I am doing the knit along. And so what the implication of that is that even though technically the knit along started, 2 weeks ago, I've done one square.
April
so this
was when
very, what?
April 18th was when the knit along started, and it goes through end of day on May 30th. We will be drawing for a prize winner on May 31st based on posts in the finished objects thread in our Ravelry group.
Yes. And then I'm going to have a special award for the Slowpoke. We'll have a second date after that for, if you're like me, you're going to finish 2 months after the actual date. You're going to be like, womp, womp, I didn't get a prize. And I'm going to be like, no problem. I'll hook you up. Because I'll be right there with you. And we're going to be like, yeah, we're finished 2 years later. Listen, it's done. All right. I mean, it's not done. So listen, if you want to jump in, and catch up with us, be guaranteed that I'm going to go to slow pace. I'm doing it in these Yaksha minis. And just so you know, this isn't like, I know it's like, wait, what is that? That doesn't look like normal 100 Ravens minis. It's just because we got fancy and we did it like in a chain form, but it's exactly the same thing. If you took these out, these would be the same little one single skein, and there's 7 of them to make the mini skein set. And I am making my Mormont out of Yaksha minis. If you want to take a look at it, you can go on my Ravelry page, and there's also posts of it on the knit along post in our Ravelry group. So, and if you want to join, please do, because the more the merrier. And I'm going to put videos up and stuff. So yeah. Can I keep talking?
Can we talk about this?
Sure.
Tell me what you said about this earlier.
I love it. I love it. I love this so much. Look at this. Look at this stitch right here. I don't think you can see it, but I'll put it in the I'll put it on the close up. This stitch is just the neatest stitch. I don't know what it is, but I love it. I love the shawl. I love the edging on it. It's really different. It totally looks like crochet, but it's not. It's knit. It's kind of like the best qualities of both knit and crochet. I don't know. I just don't like it.
It's called the crystal helix, I believe.
Yeah,
And
because it's got a helix pattern in the
it is
center.
all beaded. It is a kit that you can get over at Bead Biz. But it's made out of yaksha. It's made out of our yarn.
It's beautiful.
And the kits have our yarn in them. So we just wanted to kind of ease you into the next show by showing you some stuff that is from Bead Biz, but is in yarns that are dyed by us.
Yes, yes. And their stuff is beautiful. We love their beads.
Yeah, we love
so
their
good.
stuff.
And we love them. They're just freaking great people.
This is a little shrug.
Shrug, it's so cute.
It's super adorable.
It's crochet.
It is crochet.
Look, you can see where look, you can have the other sleeve.
I'll have the other sleeve.
There we go. So I can show the little
lovely bead detail on the cuff, and it is made out of Acer.
Ah, look.
So
I don't know if I can.
It's always interesting to me to show things off from other shops that are or other vendors that are actually in our yarn. I don't know. It just makes me happy.
I know. And we love collaborating too. We're big collaborators.
Yeah.
We like working with other people.
A yarn that is not on our website that you can only get through Bead Biz. So far, we may add some to ours, is Durga. Durga is an MCN. So for those not like the BFL, MCN is merino, cashmere
and nylon.
Sorry, I was going backwards.
MCN's a great combination. For those of you who've worked with it.
Yep. Super soft. Thank you, cashmere.
Thank you, cashmere, for that, for your sacrifice.
Yes. For being so lovely and soft.
Yes. So gorgeous. I love this.
Yeah, this
oh my gosh.
shawl is called Tinkerbell. And that is in a colorway I think we called Out of the Blue, but it's basically a gradient of our Sassenach color. And
Sassenach.
and it's and that's actually mini sets. So that
yes, and look how subtle it is. I don't know if you can really. Oh, you can see the fade. You've got a good light on it there, but I put it in the close up too if you wanted to have a look at it. It is gorgeous, really subtle fade. I love this subtle fades.
Can I keep going?
Sure.
And this is kind of a sister shawl to that one. They're both made with the Durga. This is called Cathedral Windows.
So gorgeous. You should feel it. It's got such a weight to it.
Oh, because of the beads. Yeah, all of these are so
beads.
Beautifully beaded.
Yeah, just gorgeous. Here,
and Cathedral Windows is shown in the colorway Canterbury because it was the
Cathedral.
Right, because it's Cathedral. Well, it was the colorway that it was designed in. So
yep. Yep. So gorgeous.
Yeah. So that's just a little bit of the stuff from Bead Biz. Like I said, they're following us.
Yeah. So stay tuned. You can just we'll be boring for 2 seconds while you go get yourselves a snack or you go to the restroom or take the dog out or whatever it is you need to do before the Bead Biz comes on.
Yeah.
So Jess, any other questions?
No, I'm just
5
minutes.
All right. Any questions? I've got more samples. I'll just start.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, people are just commenting on color and stuff. And like I said, I've been typing in the names of shawls as we go. So.
All right. So we showed this one again, but I love this one just because of what it does. This is a really simple knit, but all the work to make that pooling is done by the yarn, the way that it's dyed. So it's done in one of our 3 color. I'm not going to say it again. One of our.
All right, if you want to know the joke, you have to go look at yesterday's video.
One of our 3 color dip dyes, and if you use it, it was not designed in our yarn. It was designed in another yarn that does a similar thing. And one of our lovely customers figured out that it would work for this pattern.
Mhm.
And it does. It's gorgeous. And any one of our 3-color yarns will do this.
Hey, you know what we could take some of this time to do?
What's that?
We could give a shout out
Oh.
to we just wanted to let you all know that about this time last year, in fact, we had our trailer stolen in Dallas, at Dallas Fort Worth, and it was our trailer, all our stuff, our racks. It was crazy.
It was everything.
It was everything.
I was doing a 5-show circuit, and so I put absolutely everything we owned for the business in that trailer.
Yeah, so it was really a lot of stock, and of course all our infrastructure for the booth.
And 100 samples.
And 100 samples. We were fortunate in that, and maybe you all followed the news story, but this amazing woman who worked for Habitat for Humanity saw this yarn come in that had been donated, and she was kind of like, oh gosh, and she was a crafter and a fiber artist and knitter and crocheter, and she said, that's weird. And so she looked it up. She looked us up, and she was like, oh, this is stolen yarn. And she got in touch with us. So we were actually able to recover, I think probably it was about a quarter of the yarn, which, given how much we lost, was actually a huge amount of yarn. So we were so grateful to her for helping us out with that, Amy. And she's a fabulous lady. And then everyone else just stepped up, and so many people helped us out. People raised funds for us. But one of the most incredible things that happened was people volunteered to replace the samples that we had lost. And all of the samples that you have seen today, for the most part, have been reknits that people did for us to replace all of those samples that we lost. And we were so grateful. Huge. It was so much work, and everyone was so kind and so loving. And we just felt like we're so grateful to be part of this community. It is so unique. So thank you, all of you, and thank you for being customers. This is not like a job. It's like, I mean, it is a job, but we have to dye the yarn at some point. Well, I don't dye the yarn. Becca does all the work now. And I'm just like, this is a great job. I don't do anything.
It's not a job. I'm like,
there's a little perspective there. But yeah, we just love it. We would never stop going out in the community and doing this. And even when it's virtual and it's not as good because you're not in our booth, so we can't, hug and love on you in person. We are virtually hugging you, and so happy that you made it today. Gosh, it's just, we're so lucky. We're so grateful. And it's so much fun to have you all as our community. And that's, you as customers, you as vendors, you crazy ones that are vendors and customers.
We know you.
We know you. Mostly because we trade and we're getting stuff out of your booth too. But yeah, we love you all so much. So thank you.
Yay.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. I think we should end it there.
Yeah, right?
I think this is a good time to end.
Yeah, and go take a little bit of time and then go see Bead Biz.
Thank you, guys.
Love you. Bye.